Hi everyone. I am in a tour vehicle that we use. It's also a vehicle used on Here's John's Show. I'm John from Here's John's Show. And Kevin and I did a interior set tour, and I thought it'd be helpful to show you some of the exteriors. So this is I almost said backlot with an accent. This is a backlot tour. We're going to go through some of the areas of our backlot, some famous exteriors from the show, how they're used, how they're redressed and used for different things. So you're getting a little behind the scenes tour of the backlot that is part of a studio. It's not, an actual city. Many people mistake that it's a city because it looks so realistic and so much like one, but it's a backlot. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started touring around, shall we? All right, so the first place I'm going to take all of you is to our residential street. And we'll go from there and see different backlots and, of course, the famous exterior of the Here's John Show house, which, sneak preview, is being dressed for another thing right now. As a side note, my character eventually, we mentioned this when Kevin and I toured the interior set, my character will be moving at a certain point, so stay tuned for that. That won't be for a while, but that's a change coming up in the series. But we'll go ahead and we're now actually entering the residential area, which Kevin and I many times drive through. He tried to parallel park here. We've had different conversations as he's driving and usually saying something stupid. So, oh hey, Bill, it's one of the directors just passed. This is definitely a real backlot. Okay, so we'll go ahead and stop here on Residential Street, and I'll show you a quick preview of what that looks like. Sorry, one sec, they're filming something right there, so we're just gonna jump ahead here and take a look. Okay, so this is our Residential Street area, and you'll see over there it's not people just throwing out couches. That's just for the prop department to pick up. They'll be redoing another thing there, but I always have to kind of be quiet because you never know quite what they're filming in these different areas. But this street can be used for multiple purposes at multiple angles. Again, we had Kevin parallel parking here in one episode, and all these houses look like they're actual houses on a street in a city, and this is real, but this is definitely a backlot. And the houses look real, but they're really just there for filming purposes. So it just looks like an average street that you would see. And, any town USA. And so that's exactly what we do when we use this for filming, is just to make it look like a real neighborhood. And similar to other backlots you may have seen, such as at Warner Brothers and Universal, same idea. And again, it's not an actual street. I know it looks so much like one, but they're busy constructing a set down that way. But we can use the different angles from this residential area to look like it's just an average street in any town. And so that's been actually, and there goes another production truck behind me. I'm gonna go film something. This little court comes in handy too. We can use different angles to make it look like, again, sort of any town USA. So again, real backlot we use. This is production. Here's John's Show. We'll use this area for the town that the show takes place in, and that's how we go from there. Again, there will be some changes coming up in the characters in the town and where they are, but stay tuned for that later. A little sneak preview again. So there you go. And now we will go take the production car over to the business area that we use for different episodes. Okay, we're now in the business area that we've used on the show, and that's part of this set. I'll walk you through some of the key areas. Sorry, the sun. Early morning. There's a donut shop behind me we've used in a couple episodes, and then I'll show you another set that we have. Kevin and I will also use this street in the town that we cross. This is the main sort of just basically commerce area. So let me show you a shot of key things you might recognize. So we've used this angle to show the McDonald's that we actually installed as a real McDonald's per Kevin's request. So it serves as a commissary, but we use that in many episodes. They're currently doing a birds-related film, a horror film, hence the crow's sound that you hear. And then up ahead is a light that we used, and we crossed that light to get to the other side in the crosswalk episode, so we had them install that. And I know this is kind of boring, but we've used this parking lot, which is a studio parking lot, for many shots where Kevin and I, we've used this parking lot for many shots where Kevin and I are just walking around, you know, either if he did, again, something stupid or we're lost. So we've used that quite a few times, just as a parking lot with the various storefronts in the background. All right, this area now, behind me, as you can see, is our park exterior. The park, I almost said set, but it's not really set because we're in an exterior, but this part we use for any park related scenes, especially because there's a hill behind me that makes it decently easy to film kind of like different areas of the park. So you might have seen a few episodes here. There's also a basketball area. We've used that for a few episodes. So this is the park set. So yeah, there's like a berm here that we can use pretty easily for various areas for a park set. So it's actually a small area that can be used for multiple purposes. And so we've shot a lot of different scenes at this park area set of the backlot. That's not a city park, but part of our set. Yep. And there's the house from the show, but it's actually being dressed for another thing right now, and they're about to shoot, so I have to be quiet. But this was the exterior of the house. I'll get one more shot. So there you go, famous house from the show. Again, they're filming something, so I have to move on and be quiet, but there's the exterior. And then this area we use as a street behind me. There's a lot of vehicles for part of what's being shot today, so we have on-set vehicles, so it looks like a real street, but again, this is just a backlot. It's not a real street. In a city, it's not that. And so that's sort of like the gist of how, I mean, this is used for multiple purposes, and you might have seen a lot of episodes where Kevin and I are kind of walking in this area, or I pick him up because he's done something stupid or saying something stupid. And you know, we'll go from the exterior of the house to actually filming what you see usually on the show. So that's an example of a backlot and how this area specifically is used. So again, just another example of a backlot. Of course, the main famous thing is the house, which is being dressed for another thing right now, and that's why I had to be a little quiet. You saw the film crew there, but this is that part of the backlot. So we try to make it very realistic looking when filming here. All right, we're coming up on another very famous building behind me. It's the building that we use as the courthouse, which of course Kevin has to visit quite often, so this serves as the courthouse. And other things, the studio uses this as a city hall or any kind of important building. Right now it's actually dressed as an apartment building, which is interesting for what the studio will be producing next. But we've used this building quite a bit too, and it's right near the Commerce Street area, near Kevin's McDonald's. Yeah, so this is it. This is what we use as the courthouse, as well as it's used on other series as a city hall. Currently it's dressed as apartments, like I said, so this serves that purpose on our Commerce Street. This, as I drive past this real quick, we use this car wash set as a car wash episode when Kevin was afraid of it. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this tour. Maybe we'll do more behind the scenes type of things. Let me know if you would like that. And like I said, I'm scheduled to be on set and to film with Kevin soon. Sorry he couldn't make it in this. It's a long story. It's classic Kevin, so maybe one day we'll explain it to you. But he's probably getting ready right now for our episode. So anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.